The steps that we will be using in this demonstration is as follows. 1. Go to Settings. 2. Go to Accessibility. 3. Go to VoiceOver. 4. Go to Commands. 5. Go to Touch Gestures. 6. Choose a gesture. 7. Choose the command. Welcome to Blind Abilities. I'm Jeff Thompson. iPhone101, the series that'll help you navigate and familiarize yourself with iOS, the iPhone operating system. iOS 13 introduces the ability to change gestures. And in this demonstration, we're going to be talking about changing touch gestures. And touch gestures is part of the commands section in the voiceover settings located in Accessibility under Settings in iOS 13. As we all know, there are plenty of gestures, from one finger up to 4-finger taps, holds, swipes, twists. There's a whole bunch of them. And sometimes you wish you could change the gesture to something that suits you better. And now, Apple in iOS 13 has given you that ability. So get your iPhone out and let's go in. From the home screen, we're going to single finger double tap on Settings.
Settings.
Then we're going to swipe on down to Accessibility.
Accessibility button.
Single finger double tap.
Accessibility features help you customize your iPhone for your individual needs.
Then we're going to go down to VoiceOver.
VoiceOver on button.
I know this may sound confusing because it says VoiceOver on. Logic says if I tap it, it'll say off. However, it's not a toggle button. It's actually a gateway into the VoiceOver settings. Single finger double tap.
VoiceOver on.
Now there's the toggle button. We will then proceed down to Commands.
Commands button.
Single finger double tap.
All commands button.
Once you're in Commands, swipe to the right until you find Touch Gestures.
Touch Gestures button.
Single finger double tap, and we're in. And for your information, if you ask Siri to open VoiceOver settings, you'll land in VoiceOver settings. Swipe down to Commands, single finger double tap, and then swipe again and go to Touch Gestures. Single finger double tap, and you're in.
Tap one finger heading.
Now typically the VoiceOver cursor lands in the upper left-hand corner. This time it's landing right on the first heading. The gestures are in groups of 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, and so on. Swipes, taps, that type of stuff. They're also labeled as headings. So if you're able to use your rotor and put it to headings, you could swipe down and go through it. I'll go through the list just so you can hear what headings there are in this group of gestures. Here's all the headings.
Tap one finger heading. Tap 2 fingers heading. Tap 3 fingers heading. Tap 4 fingers heading. Swipe 1 finger heading. Swipe 2 fingers heading. Swipe 3 fingers heading. Swipe 4 fingers heading. Rotate heading. Scrub heading. Tap and hold 2 fingers heading. Double tap, hold, and flick 3 fingers heading.
Once you start swiping through the gestures, you will notice that for each gesture, there may be an action assigned to that gesture, and you'll hear that following the name of the gesture.
1 finger single tap, speak item, dimmed. 1 finger double tap, activate, dimmed. 1 finger triple tap, secondary activate.
That particular gesture and action is how you can clear multiple notifications on your home screen. When it states a gesture and there's no action noted, then that gesture is open for you to assign it an action of your choice. An example of that would be double finger quadruple tap, or the 2-finger swipe right, or 2-finger swipe left. In this demonstration, I'm going to use the 2-finger quadruple tap to move to the status bar. So let's get started. We can swipe down through all these gestures and find it, or there's a simple way to do it as well. And I'm going to show you that. In the search menu near the top, I can type in status.
Search field, search S, S, T, T, A, A.
And you know what? By the time I type in STA, I can just touch right below there and it will populate already.
Move the status bar.
And once I single finger double tap on that, boom, it's done. So let's confirm, verify, and test.
Commands, back button.
By default, it lands up in the upper left-hand corner. So let's go down to the 2-finger quadruple tap.
Selected, 2-finger quadruple tap. Move the status bar.
So there we are. We just assigned move to status bar to the 2-finger quadruple tap gesture. Now let's test it. So I'll take 2 fingers and tap 4 times. 2-finger quadruple tap.
3:16 p.m. Status bar item.
Voila. Now my intent was to use this on the home screen because it seems like in iOS 13 they made the status bar very, very skinny. It's hard to find sometimes just by touch. So my attempt was to add this gesture. However, it doesn't work on the home screen, but most other screens it does. And it made for a great demonstration. The next gesture change that I'll make is under the heading Rotate. And this will change the twist motion to just a 2-finger swipe to the right or left for previous or next rotor item. So remember, if you want to change an action for a gesture, first we will go to the gesture that we want to use. So from the touch gestures section, we will go down to the heading Swipe 2 fingers.
Swipe 2 fingers. Heading.
Swipe to the right, and we have
2-finger swipe left.
on this, we'll do a 2-finger double tap,
Cancel. Button.
and we're in. Now here, to make it quicker, let's use the search menu and type in rotor. But remember, you can also set it for headings and swipe on down through headings and find rotate heading. And of course, you can also just swipe, 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 or 3-finger pull up all the way down to rotate heading as well. Options are good.
Search field. Search field.
ROTOR.
RROOTT.
Now just touch down below there, see what populated.
Previous rotor.
There we go. Single finger double tap.
Commands. Back button.
Poof, we're done. It's nice that it brings you right back to touch gestures because now you can go down to the heading, swipe 2 fingers, and swipe a couple times to,
2-finger swipe right.
and we can change that to,
Next rotor.
and we can test this by using 2 fingers and swiping left to right,
Edit. Characters. Words. Speaking rate. Volume.
and swiping 2 fingers right to left. We'll go back the other way.
Speaking rate. Words. Characters. Edit.
Another neat thing to know is if you want to remove an action from a gesture, you can go to the touch gesture,
Selected. 2-finger swipe left. Previous rotor.
single finger double tap, and then do a 4-finger tap near the bottom.
Button. Vertical scroll bar. Remove. Button.
Single finger double tap, and it's removed. It's empty. It's ready for you to assign it to something else, or you can leave it as is. And finally, if you've changed a bunch of stuff and for some reason you have no idea what's going on anymore and you just want to get back to the basics, back to how it was in the beginning, let's go back to the commands page.
Commands. Heading.
And you can swipe all the way to the very bottom or do a 4-finger tap near the bottom and it'll say
Reset voiceover commands. Button.
single finger double tap.
This will restore all voiceover gestures, keyboard shortcuts, and braille shortcuts. Reset voiceover commands. Button.
Go right ahead and you're back to factory settings. How's that? Myself, I'm good with the changes, so I'll hit cancel.
Cancel. Button.
Well, good job, Jeffrey. You didn't even need my help. You know, sometimes I wish I could get set back to factory settings, you know?
And here are the steps that we used in this demonstration. 1. Go to Settings. 2. Go to Accessibility. 3. Go to VoiceOver. 4. Go to Commands. 5. Go to Touch Gestures. 6. Choose a gesture. 7. Choose the command. So I hope you enjoyed this iPhone 101 demonstration, and be sure to check out all the iPhone 101 demonstrations on the web at www.blindabilities.com. Enable the Blind Abilities skill on your Amazon device just by saying Enable Blind Abilities.
When we share
what we see
through each other's eyes, we can then begin to bridge the gap
between the limited expectations and the reality
of blind abilities. The realities of blind abilities.
For more podcasts with a blindness perspective, check us out on the web at www.blindabilities.com, on Twitter at blindabilities. Download our app from the App Store, blindabilities, that's 2 words, or send us an email at info@blindabilities.com. Thanks for listening.